What is going on, guys? And today I'm bringing you a brand new video. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for the support recently. We are doing another giveaway of coins today, so be sure to check that out. We are almost on 4K with 51 subs away at the moment. If we could hit it in the next week or so, that would be amazing. And then we will go for 5K before FIFA 21, but I do realise the game is dying down and a lot of you are going to be waiting till FIFA 21 to be looking at the content. But we do have a giveaway, so once again I'll be giving away a player at min price. So we're going to do Royce today. We're going to be giving him away for about 2 or 3k. Now I'm going to release this video at about 7 or 8, which means there will be an SBC tonight that you guys will absolutely make a ton off from buying this card. So make sure to enter. All you got to do is DM me on Instagram to show you follow me on all of the links down below, so Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and of course YouTube, and you'll be entered. But without further ado, let's get into it. So guys, the first method we are bringing out is Premier League Spurs Gold, and we're sniping them at about 850. Now I'm going to do a bit of a time lapse. We're trying to go for 2 players per method, and I'll obviously skip in between. Now it does look like we've picked one up pretty quickly there. We've got Dyer, so that was pretty easy. We're going to sell him on for about, I think, probably about 950 to, I think 1,000 coins is probably the best way to maximize the profit really for lazy buyers, things like that. Harry Winks there as well, so it does look like we might not even need to do a time lapse on this one, but I will do it in the time that I'm searching now. And apparently I won't, because there's already another one. There you go. I said 2 per method. Managed to pick up 2 pretty quickly. Very easy method. I think off camera, it took me a minute to kind of get one, but it just seems like now I've turned the camera on, it's maybe a little bit easier. I'm not sure why. I would like to excuse the state of my hair. I haven't had a haircut in probably 6 weeks, which is like the 6 weeks, maybe even 3 months. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't even know how long lockdown's been at this point. I haven't got a clue. It's been about 2.5 months, quite a while. So it's been a while since I've had a trim, and my haircut is a state. We're going to go for one more player just because it was so easy at the start there. You can see there's none at 900. There's a couple at 950, but not that many. We could easily do some compare price on the end here. Oh, that Davies for 650 is mental price. I don't know why on earth that's there, especially as a left back for the Prem. We'll be able to knock him up to 1,000 very easily, so we'll pop that one up as well. We're going to move on to the next method. Of course, we are looking at, oh, let's have a look there, 850 for a Dyer. That's not too bad. Harry Winks, funnily enough, actually comes from my area. I believe he goes to a school that's not far from where he used to go to a school that's not far from where I live. Very local to us. Let's have a look. We're going to be looking at Everton for the next one. Same sort of thing. If it takes me a while, I will obviously time lapse it. I believe these guys are going to be a little bit cheaper with more non-rares at their club. Let's have a look. They might be dirt cheap at the minute. I'm not quite sure. 600. So at 600, there's 2 cards on the market. If we search there, we could probably do some compare price on these and see what we can get from here. I mean, realistically from this one, you're looking at kind of like 400, 450 to make a decent profit off of the cards. It is obviously dependent on what position you go for. Obviously, you can see a lot of these guys are defenders. If we go for midfielder, and then we'll see what the minimum for that is, it might be a better way to go for them. It does look like it probably is 900s for them. So realistically for these guys, we want anything under 900, so 800, not too bad. It's not a brilliant profit, but when you're on the lower end of things, the EA tax is so low it barely affects it. I mean, if we're selling these for 1,000 coins, the EA tax is like 50, so that's, you know, it's very, very low. We do have a chance to make a lot of profit. We've got a lot coming up as well, so that's another thing that probably benefits us when you are doing these shorter methods, these lower price methods. What I would like to say, guys, is obviously the aim is to hit 4K by the end of this year. Like that's then it's well, the end of the FIFA year, so that's kind of like the goal we're going for. I hope you guys can help me get there. 5K would be phenomenal, but I understand like a lot of my big videos that have done really well have been in the last few weeks, and it's, you know, it's the end of FIFA. I understand that a lot of you have came over from the transfer coins video, like 200 subs from that, and a lot of other of you have came off of like other videos that have done really well. But I know that this is kind of the time where people kind of die out with FIFA. I know that. I mean, I'm bored of the content, so I can't imagine what you guys are feeling. I wouldn't say I'm a casual player. I'd say you know, obviously I do YouTube. I do play in a lot of context just for YouTube. So I don't think I'm like a casual player. So I guess, you know, if playing this game as a game must be crappy at the minute. I mean, the state of Division Rivals is just awful. I wish they could solve that, because that's something that I think that was kind of the final straw for me. I really enjoyed playing Division Rivals. I loved Weekend League, and then icon swaps were in Division Rivals because no one is what they say they are. I've even had some of you guys, I've come up against some of you subs who have said, oh, like, I'm a big fan or whatever, but, you know, what division were you meant to be in? And I'd say 6 because I was in 7 and I got knocked down, and then they'd say, oh, I was meant to be like 3 and I got knocked down because icon swaps. It just doesn't work. The system that they have in place needs to be changed. We're going to go for one more player, and then we're going to move on. It does look like they are quite hard to... well, right now they're quite hard to find, but it was very easy to pick them up. So I think this method is actually quite a solid one. Definitely one that is going to be consistent even after marquee matchups has finished. We're going to go see, we'll say 30 more seconds, and then I'll call it a day with this method, and we'll move on to the next one. It does look like there was a load, and now there's kind of just a shortage of the Everton midfielders. I'm not sure why. We'll give it last 15 seconds. Hopefully we can pull one out of the bag, and then we will call it a day for this method. We'll move on to the next one. Obviously, as I said, guys, I will have done a video on the SBC that comes out tonight, so make sure to go check that out if you haven't done the SBC already. As I'm not playing the game anymore, I will use any of my coins to try and find the cheapest way. I'm not going to use many players from my club, so you definitely rest assured that you won't kind of find a method that, oh, this is really expensive and he's just used all the coins, because I won't, because there's no point in me doing that. I don't care about the coins anymore, so it will just be me looking for the cheapest players and going for it for you guys. Obviously I will have invested in some of the players pre-hand, which is definitely always a good idea, but I know some of you guys don't do that, so it's understandable. It does take a lot of time to invest and stuff. So we're looking at Celtic players. We are looking at the gold players, which I don't believe there is many. Oh, if I can stop yawning. I don't believe there is actually many Celtic gold players. They start at like 1.5k, which is good for... I mean, obviously Celtic's not really a popular league. Not many... you guys are going to slew me in the comments. Celtics isn't a popular club. The Scottish League isn't a popular league, so I can see why there's not that many sort of players gold, really. I mean, we're looking... Let's have a look. 1.3. If we go to 1.2, there's a couple got 550 there. Missed that. That's a shocker. That was a bit of a stinker. So if we're going to sell them on for about 1.3, 1k and under is definitely a good price to be buying them at. So I'm not going to complain about that at all. 1.3 EA tax is going to be about 65 coins. So 200 and something profit. Definitely not bad. 235. So definitely not something to complain about. Not at this state of the game as well. Like, I know a lot of you guys, I've seen it, you know, I saw a comment the other day, which is, I know this is like a very small majority, very small majority, doesn't make sense, very small amount of people, but you know, I saw someone complaining, oh, you know, these methods are, they're barely making any coins. You know, I understand that some of these methods are low profit per card, but you can make 100k in an hour off of any of these methods by just sticking at it. I know some people don't really like putting the effort in, but there is a reason that coins cost so much. There's a reason that FIFA points are used. It's because it's hard. It's not easy to trade in FIFA, and I think that a lot of people take that for granted a bit. I mean, so many people watched the SBC accounts video, and I had a couple of people message me, be like, oh, it just seems a lot of effort. Guys, it's the best way to make coins. Next year, I'm going to do a more in-depth video on that and the coin transferring, because I think just to help you guys just to get to grips more with it, it's phenomenal in terms of the coins you can make. And I know some of you guys are so dedicated to making coins. Like, some of you tell me like the snipes you get, which I really appreciate. It's good to see that you guys are keeping up with it. And I hope next year we can kind of build the community more, because I know we've kind of got like a little community in the comments and stuff like that. I do want to grow that as much as we can. We're going to see if we can get one more, and then I'll call it a day. We've got the 1.1 on Christie. A little bit less profit, but we'll take it. Obviously, as I said, guys, there will be a giveaway. It will be Royce. So if you do want to get in a chance for winning him, I mean, tonight he's going to skyrocket in price due to the SBC that's coming out. So if you want an opportunity to make bank, just go check that out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.